This video comes with a quiz that lets you check how much you remember. What's fueling the rise of colon cancer in young people? When most people think about colon cancer, it's a disease that flies under the radar until retirement. In fact, the phrase old age and colon cancer seem practically synonymous. Now imagine your doctor telling you that you need a colonoscopy because you're at risk of colon cancer. You might think, "Doctor, I'm in my 20s or 30s. I hardly look old enough to vote, let alone qualify for Medicare." Yet those patients are increasingly becoming a reality. In the last few decades, the rates of colon cancer among people under 50 have doubled. It is currently the third leading cause of cancer-related deaths in people between 20 and 49. While the disease is uncommon in this age group, it makes up for its rarity with severity. People younger than 50 who develop colon cancer tend to get diagnosed at later stages and are more likely to die from it than older patients. And yes, although colon cancer can affect anyone, men are more susceptible to the condition than women. But why exactly is this happening? After all, things like regular exercise and screenings should protect us. The good news is that as long as we identify the factors behind this increase, we can reverse it. So in today's video, we're diving into everything from diet to bacteria to find out what's really fueling this worrisome trend. Let's start with the big C, colorectal cancer. Colorectal cancer occurs in the colon and rectum, two parts of your large intestine. Your large intestine absorbs water from the digested food, turns it into poop and stores it until it's time to go. The colon is the longest part of your large intestine. It's a tube-shaped muscle about 5.5 feet long. The rectum is the last 4.2 inches of your large intestine. It sits just before your anus and is responsible for storing your poop until it has time to pass it out of your body. Colorectal cancer begins when cells in the colon or rectum grow out of control and form a mass called a tumor. These tumors can be benign or cancerous. Benign tumors stay in one place and are usually not dangerous unless they press on other parts of your body and cause problems. Cancerous tumors can spread into nearby tissues or travel through your bloodstream or lymphatic system to distant parts of your body. This process of spreading is known as metastasis. Not all colorectal cancers are the same. Adenocarcinoma is the most common type of colorectal cancer. It starts in cells that line the colon or rectum and secretes mucus, bile, or digestive juices. Some types of polyps, which are small growths that can appear in the colon or rectum, can develop into adenocarcinomas. Polyps typically begin as small, non-cancerous growths and are often found during routine colonoscopies. If left untreated, some polyps can grow and transform into cancer. The American Cancer Society estimates that about 154,000 new cases of colorectal cancer will be diagnosed in the U.S. this year. About 53,000 people are expected to die from the disease. Worldwide, the World Health Organization predicts 268,000 people will die from colorectal cancer this year. Who gets colorectal cancer? Traditionally, colorectal cancer was considered a disease of older adults. The average age of diagnosis is around 65. However, in recent decades, the incidence of colorectal cancer in younger people has been on the rise. The American Cancer Society estimates that about 11% of colorectal cancer diagnoses are in people under 50, but the rates are increasing. In fact, colorectal cancer is now the third most common cancer in people aged 20 to 49. While the reasons for this increase aren't completely clear, experts believe several factors are at play. Genetics, inflammatory bowel disease, obesity, and lifestyle all play a role in developing colorectal cancer. Also, many researchers point to our gut microbiome, which is the community of trillions of bacteria and other microorganisms that make their home in our digestive tracts. Our microbiome plays a vital role in digestion, metabolism, and even our immune system. And studies show that disruptions to this delicate balance may contribute to the development of colorectal cancer. One study published in the journal Nature showed that people with colorectal cancer have different gut bacteria than those without the disease. Another study suggested that certain gut microbes may help predict how well a person will respond to chemotherapy. Researchers are also looking at whether restoring the balance of the gut microbiome could potentially help prevent or treat colorectal cancer. It's not just about what's inside our guts. Environmental factors may also play a role. Colorectal cancer tends to affect people with lower socioeconomic status. These individuals often face challenges accessing healthy food options, engaging in physical activity, or receiving timely medical care. As a result, colorectal cancer disproportionately affects racial and ethnic minorities, people who live in rural areas, and those without health insurance. Screening saves lives. Colorectal cancer often doesn't cause noticeable symptoms until it's fairly advanced. Many people who develop colorectal cancer don't know they're at risk. This makes regular screening so crucial. Early detection can help find and remove polyps before they turn into cancer. It also allows for early treatment if cancer is present. Guidelines suggest starting screening at 45 in average-risk adults, but those with certain risk factors may need to begin screening earlier. Screening tests include colonoscopies, sigmoidoscopies, CT scans, and DNA tests. Despite the importance of these screenings, only about 66% of adults over 50 had received a screening test within the past 5 years. Among those aged 45 to 49, the rate drops to about 42%. If a screening test finds polyps or cancer, further testing and treatment may be necessary. Polyps can usually be removed during a colonoscopy. If cancer is found, treatment may involve surgery, chemotherapy, or radiation therapy. What can you do? Well, there's no guaranteed way to prevent colorectal cancer. There are steps you can take to reduce your risk. Maintain a healthy diet, including plenty of fiber, fruits, and vegetables. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of fiber per day. Fiber helps keep your digestive system healthy and reduces your risk of developing polyps and cancer. Exercise regularly. Get at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity each week. Exercise helps maintain a healthy weight and reduces inflammation in your body, both of which help lower your risk of colorectal cancer. Don't smoke. Smoking increases your risk of colorectal cancer. Quitting smoking lowers your risk of developing the disease. Limit alcohol consumption. Heavy drinking is associated with an increased risk of colorectal cancer. If you choose to drink, do so in moderation. Get regular screenings. Follow recommended screening guidelines to detect any potential problems early. Attend all your doctor's appointments. Be proactive about your health. Ask questions, discuss concerns, and follow your treatment plan closely. Stay informed. Learn as much as you can about colorectal cancer and what you can do to reduce your risk. As colorectal cancer becomes more common in younger people, raising awareness and understanding the risk factors are vital. By working together, you and your doctor can take steps to keep you and your loved ones safe. Colorectal cancer is a serious condition, but early detection and treatment can be highly effective. With the right information and a proactive approach, you can take charge of your health and reduce your risk. Thank you for watching. We hope you learned something new. And remember, knowledge is the first step towards taking charge of your health. See you next time.